I actually don't know what just happened there, and I'm unsure at this current moment if it if something has gone wrong somewhere, and my first stream has not gone onto YouTube, then I have just been live streaming for 2.5 games, and then it just came up, an error has occurred, broadcast stopped. So if the first video doesn't go on YouTube, then I apologise, and I don't know what has happened. But basically, if not, if the first video doesn't appear on YouTube and the stream was kind of just is gone forever, lost in cyberspace, then in a nutshell, I was saying I am really tired and I need to go to bed. This stream is a lot later than I expected it to be, and this is not my intention. I will not be streaming at this time every night. But I got a bit sidetracked and doing other things, and then ended up accidentally logging onto the wrong PlayStation account and going from level 6 to level 9. Now it's only 3 levels, it's not a problem. I am sad because my intention was that I was going to level up through my live streams, but that I made a mistake, and I will make sure I do not make that same mistake again. Second thing I said in my first stream, just in case, I'm just recapping, just in case the first one is gone forever, so that you are with me. Second thing that I said in my first stream was that I had some time to think after my live stream last night. I left the live stream last night on a high. I had a bit of an adrenaline rush going on and couldn't sleep, so I had a good half an hour, 45 minutes to think. And I know for 100% now that I'm currently doing a Black Ops 4 series. I have about 80 games or so. I am going to slowly work through them all, but I want to do little mini series throughout my games, different aspects of the game. For instance, this is my Black Ops 4 multiplayer series, or the start of. I will do a Black Ops 4 Blackout series, and same with zombies. Now, I don't know when I will move on to a new game. There will be a few big. I'll drop some hints when it gets to that point.
Know how this is gonna go down.
I don't. Yeah, like I said, I don't know when. I'm going to change games. I don't know how many videos I'm going to do in a series. All I know is that is kind of my thoughts when I left the live stream last night. What else is there?
Team deathmatch.
What else did I say?
You're outside the wire. Get kinetic.
I know there is a patch coming. I believe
We're winning this.
it's coming Tuesday. Technically tomorrow, but for those who haven't slept yet, like me, Tuesday. So yeah, that'll be fun and exciting. I hope they do touch on some of the biggest issues with this game. Them issues being, for me personally, I think there are certain score streaks in this game that are just too much. For instance, a lot of people will have noticed this. Dogs. That needs to be a lot more realistic than it is. I was actually playing with someone I've met on Black Ops 4 earlier, and he said the exact same thing. That, you know, the dogs literally bite you once and you're dead, but you can put 3 mags into a dog before it dies. It's not realistic. They need to sort that out. No one stands a chance against a dog unless you have, like earlier I did kill one of the dogs by using Ruin and using my ultimate ability. So you know, I think that needs definitely fixing. I think there are
This'll knacker someone's day.
certain weapons, certain things that when you use certain attachments, they become
Bringing disruptor online.
ridiculous. You know, you will see as I play that I am not unfair in anything I do. You know, I don't get angry if I don't get a kill. I am quite calm and collected about my games. However, there is some times where, like for instance, it may take me half a mag, nearly 3/4 of a mag, to actually kill someone, and I get annoyed. I get quite annoyed sometimes when, you know, you're trying to have fun, trying to play a game, and someone can kill you so quickly when you have struggled to kill them. That really irritates me. I think there is a lot of bugs on this game still that people don't quite realise. The bugs should have been ironed out by now, they really should. It is getting silly. I can't speak for Treyarch, but like I said in yesterday's stream, I weren't too pleased to start with Treyarch and this game anyway. And these little bugs just aren't helping their cause. I don't think they really put as much time and effort into this as they have with previous Call of Duties. I think Black Ops 3 was well thought out. Every aspect of the game was brilliant. I don't remember in the early stages of the game being that many bugs. I think they pretty much tried and tested it thoroughly, and it was just an all-round good game to play from the get-go. I think that this one, not that they've made major mistakes, but I think that they were in such a rush to get this game out, because they'd seen whether it had been they'd seen the success from Fortnite, and they wanted to and they wanted to recreate that success, so they just wanted to quick fire this game out and let people see what they've done. I don't know, but I don't think they've taken the time and effort they should have done putting this game out there. I won't lie, I have come round to this game. I'm now happy with this game. I am. I know I may seem like I complain about this game, and I admit I do. However, for me, secretly I'm excited for the next Call of Duty, whichever that may be. I think I just need a new Call of Duty in my life that isn't Black Ops 4.
One machine in the open.
Hopefully, I don't know who's making the next. I think it's probably Infinity Ward, because Sledgehammer did World War II. But I hope that Infinity Ward listen to the fans. I know the fans would love a Modern Warfare 2 remaster, which I admit that would be the best thing in the world for me. As far as gaming goes, if they could remaster the Modern Warfare series, they've done the first one, why not continue? Again, just my opinion, and I did touch on that briefly yesterday too. But yeah, I'm just currently just swiping, checking my YouTube. No, the last stream where it said I had been cut off hasn't gone on, which I am not too impressed with. Because I'd been talking for about half an hour and it's gone, and I'm poorly as it is. I've got a chest infection and my throat hurts, so I'm a bit upset that half an hour's worth of me straining my throat is now gone forever. But you know, sometimes these things happen. I would have so had him. These things happen and can't be helped. So
AO pacified. Government forces take the
we will yeah, just have to deal with what we've got. I will not cut this stream off too soon then, due to that. I may have another couple of games, which is equivalent to half an hour, which is the equivalent of what I've just done. So then I will technically have done an hour of streaming today, which I'm okay with. Yeah, I'm looking forward to improving. I feel much more confident today. I don't feel like I don't feel as nervous today. I feel like I might start coming out of my shell a bit more, because yesterday I was very quiet, which I noticed, due to nerves mainly. Today I am not too quiet. I believe today I am still a bit on edge. Maybe that is just because my stream that I was really confident on has just gone. But you know, I'm coming out of my shell a bit more. I'm a bit more chatty. I am being a bit more what's the word I'm looking for? Positive minded about YouTube and my streaming and where I want it to go. I'm pretty sure more ideas are going to come into my head the more I do it. I'm also pretty sure that, you know, I'm going to aim for each series to be, I'm going to do mini-series on the side. So I'm not going to lie, my Blackout series may be a mini-series, because as I've expressed now in 2 streams, that is my least favourite game mode. But, you know, who knows?
You already know how this is gonna go down.
I'm really enjoying myself at the minute. It's giving me confidence. It's boosting my self-esteem. I'm not usually a confident person. I'm usually very shy, quiet.
Team deathmatch.
You know, usually I make friends, and the first time I join a party with them, I don't speak much. I speak if I'm spoken to. That is very much how I am when I first meet people, and that is it. However, this YouTube channel, I am determined. I am not going to just sit there in silence. I'm determined I'm going to push them boundaries, push that comfort blanket, and I'm just going to enjoy myself, because, you know, that's just me. It's very rare that I get to do something completely new. I'm not going to go into my personal life, and if I ever do, it's not going to be yet.
We've lost control.
But anyone who knows me knows that, you know, this journey on YouTube is for me. It's to help me grow, and I don't do new things. I'm the sort of person that I have the things I like. I do the things I like. You know, I love to game. That, to me, gaming is like therapy to me. I absolutely love it. You know, if I'm having a rough day, I will come on my PlayStation and have fun. I have all sorts of games, all different ranges. So I have different games for every mood, if you want to say. And I just have a lot of fun with gaming. you know, like I said, I don't want to be a serious YouTuber. You know, I want to be able to, I want to show my sense of humour, because I do have one, and I've been told I'm quite funny, and I have been told that I am. I don't think it myself, but I have been told, and I'd like to showcase that, so that if I ever decide to show these videos, these streams to my friends, my family, then, you know, they can see a side to me that I may not show often. So this is just a personal journey I'm going on, and I would really appreciate other people joining me on this journey.
UAV above.
If not, that's cool too. This, like I said, this is first and foremost a personal journey for me. And yeah, so back to the game. I did say yesterday I don't like this map, and I stand by that, but I kind of brought it on myself. I voted classified. You know, what did I expect? It wasn't going to be a map I liked, was it? So why am I think because I'm so tired is the reason why I'm not playing my absolute best, because I am really tired tonight. But there is some exciting times. I don't know if it was the first stream or the second stream that I touched on this, but my aim is to live stream every day throughout 2019 into 2020, if that's where it takes me. I'm not just going to stop live streaming because I don't get views. That is pathetic. It's not me. If I don't get views, then that's fine. Ooh, trophy earned. Welcome to the club. I'm not entirely sure what that trophy was for. I can look that up in a moment. Yeah, it's not me. I'm not just gonna stop live streaming if I don't get views or subscribers. I'm not gonna have a tantrum and do that. It would be lovely. It would give me someone to talk to while I'm live streaming. It would give me it would make me feel less of an idiot if I had someone to talk to whilst I was live streaming, so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself, which I do at the moment. Not that I don't talk to myself on a regular basis, you know.
There's no profit in defeat.
I have a 2-year-old daughter, Lover, and she is my little princess. She is my entire world, and I just can't explain. She's perfect in every way. But she's a 2-year-old. Well, she's 2 on Friday. But we'll just call her a 2-year-old for now, because the terrible 2s came early. The terrible 2 phase hit our household early. And I sometimes feel like I'm talking to myself when I ask her not to do things. So I'm completely used to the feeling of talking to myself, but I just think streaming would be so much easier if I weren't doing this and constantly trying to think of things to say. I mean, I did write down, maybe I'm overthinking this YouTube thing way too much, but I did write down a list of things that, you know, if I ran out of things to say, I've got a list now, and it's different things. But yeah, I just the subscribes and views would be lovely, but I'm not. That's not why I'm doing this, and by no means am I going to be upset if that doesn't happen. I did say I would check that trophy real quick. I am just going to tell you the welcome to the club, what's it called? The trophy I got, I can't find, which is ridiculous. Oh, it's there. Reach level 10 in multiplayer. Okay, there you go. So just reach level 10 in multiplayer, you get a trophy. Simples. This will probably be my last game for tonight's stream, but I promise to do a longer stream tomorrow. And let's get this multiplayer series started. I am pretty confident that
Ready to commence Itapio.
my multiplayer series is going to be Road to Prestige. I believe on Black Ops 4, I can't remember if that's 55 or 50, but I'm pretty sure it's 55. So yeah, I'm going to be doing. I've just been thinking about it whilst playing that game. I think it's going to be the Road to Prestige. I'm not going to aim for the gold camos specifically. If I get them, then great. If I don't, then that's also fine. But it's going to be a Road to Prestige. I'm not saying I won't come back at a later date and touch on gold camos. I may do another series and aim for
Disruptor ready.
gold on everything. I'm not sure yet. I'm not thinking that much into it right now. But this first series is going to be the Road to Prestige. So you can take comfort in the fact that I will not be playing anything else until I've hit Prestige on this account. As I did explain, I believe yesterday, I do have a main account. I am not confident enough to let my friends and family that I have on PlayStation see my broadcasts. I'm not comfortable with that just yet. I know that I would get support, and I know that I would have people to talk to on my streams, but I just wouldn't feel comfortable talking about all this sort of stuff with them on, because it's not that they don't stream. My brother has touched on streaming in the past, but he isn't a family member that I have got on PlayStation. He does Xbox now. So really this is my side account, my streaming account is what I'm going to call it. This is my streaming account, and literally all I will do on this account is stream. Apart from the little hiccup we had today, I'm not even going to play on this account unless I am doing a live stream. And yeah, my main account, I am already Prestige on this game. I can't remember what Prestige, but I am. I believe I'm Master Prestige, but again, I can't be sure, so I'm not gonna guess. So I have Prestiged before on Black Ops 4. And you know, nothing really, or I didn't find that anything really special came, pardon me, came from prestiging. But you know, there's always new things to learn.
We've lost the lead.
On the road to Prestige on Black Ops 4, we'll see if I can build a bit of a base that I'm going to work from, find my style, maybe find an introduction, maybe find an outro, maybe once me and my wife have had our second baby, I can look into getting a camera, and I can look into editing softwares and that sort of thing. I love this concept that I can just stream and talk to you. But I'm a big gamer. I've always liked the idea of having a nice setup, and currently it is me sat on my sofa with my cat and a drink, playing Call of Duty and just having a general chit chat. And that, as lovely as that is, I'd like to be able to
Tracking enemy
film
snipers nest
videos,
overhead.
edit, whack them on YouTube, that sort of thing.
Enemy strike team deploying.
Yeah, this game will be over, I presume, in the next five minutes or so. So I'm not gonna go too much in depth with anything now, purely based on the fact that I'm not gonna start telling you something and then stop the stream after this game, and I'm obviously not gonna stop it abruptly. It'll be fair, and you know, I'll say goodbye and good night in the right manner. But I'm not going to say anything in depth. I could tell you a little bit about myself. We're at the second stream in, and unless you know me personally, nobody knows anything about me on YouTube. So 10 things about me. First and foremost, I have one daughter and a baby on the way. I can't tell you the gender because we don't know it yet. Our second baby is born in June. Or due in June, may not be born in June. Could be May. So that is that. I won't say my daughter's name because that's not gonna happen. But yeah, we have a daughter who is 2 on Friday, and she is just the best thing that's ever happened to me. And this baby will be as well, but like I said, it's not born yet and we don't know the gender. Second thing about me, I am a lesbian and I am married. I got married in 2016. My wife is...
It's down. Marks.
I'm not a very stupid person, I'm not a very cheap person, but my wife is beautiful.
Multiple hostile
To me,
UAVs operating.
she is to other people as well apparently, but she, to me, she is especially beautiful.
Reckon I'm feeling buyer's
And
remorse.
I love her incredible amounts. And the fact that she's given me one child and she's given me another is just amazing. And I am so pleased that we live in a day and age and a world where now these things are acceptable. Unless you're a part of the Westboro Baptist Church, but I'm not even getting into that side of things. The third thing about me, trying to quick fire. I'm not going to mention where we live or anything, but like I'm not mentioning the area, but we live in a 2-bed terrace, which honestly isn't that bad. People have this horrible perception of terraced houses because people think they're small. They have neighbours on either side, and you're joined on at either side. You know, you don't have your gardens and your driveways like other people might. Which, honestly, that's great. We don't drive, so we don't need a driveway. And it means that, as much as it annoys me, our neighbours have 2 cars. And they park one outside their house and one outside ours. And as annoying as that is, when they pull up outside our house and they look straight in our living room window, that is really
Ready
irritating.
to commence EW.
You know, we don't drive, so we can't take up the space outside our house if we don't drive. But terraced houses aren't that bad. You know, the rooms are big. The house may be thin from the outside, but they are long. They make up for it in length. It is a very long house. We don't have a huge garden at all, but
Team
our back
deathmatch.
garden opens out onto allotments,
Forces, you are cleared out.
which is
We have the
just...
advantage.
I've just started a 4th game. Oh well. Opens out onto allotments, which is just fine. It's nice scenery, and in the summer, when you sit out, you can see people tending to their allotments, which is also really fun. What else? I am a huge DC Comics fan. If you think that makes me a nerd, then you're damn right. I am a strange sort of nerd because I'm not. I was naughty in school. I've never done a piece of homework in my life. Never revised for anything, and still managed to come out smelling of roses. But I'm a nerd when it comes to especially Batman, Supergirl. Yeah, DC Comics is just a love of mine. And I am working my way slowly, but I am working my way through all the movies and the TV series that have been released in the last, I will say, 6 years, because Gotham started, I can't remember what year that started, but it was a while ago now. Music is also another huge part of my life. I don't think I could get through a single day without listening to music. It just, depending on what mood I'm in, depending on what's going on in my life at the time, depends on what music I listen to. My Spotify is crazy, and I literally listen to everything. Actually, that's a lie. I don't listen to heavy metal. But everything else I do listen to. That isn't a lie. When I'm not streaming, I usually have my game completely muted, and I have a Spotify blaring through my PlayStation. So yeah, music is a huge part of our lives. Another fact.
Sentry deployed.
Okay, so I have been a huge gamer now since I was probably, since forever. The first console I ever owned was a PlayStation 1, and I must have been about 3. No, 4, sorry. I would have been 4. I believe this is actually fact number 5. I'm just trying to make a mental note of that so I don't forget. Yeah, I had a PlayStation 1. I then went on to PlayStation 2. My favourite PlayStation 1 game was Crash Bandicoot. Second to that was Rayman. In fact, no, I think they were a joint first, actually. I had other games, which sometimes a name will pop up, like, I don't know when I started playing Final Fantasy, and I don't know when the first, what console the first Final Fantasy came out on. But I remember things like Tom Clancy, Splinter Cell, and Final Fantasy when I was young, and I can't remember what console we're talking. But I can tell you that basically I had a wide variety of games. My favourite was Rayman and Crash Bandicoot. Then we would move on to PlayStation 2, where I actually liked, a lot of people will remember, but it was called iToy. And for me, it was just pure genius. I'll never forget the song When I'm Cleaning Windows, and you had to literally do the Mr. Miyagi wax on, wax off and clean these windows, and then you could see yourself on the TV. It was brilliant, and that was like the best technology at that time. But I also liked the Harry Potter games. My favourite being Chamber of Secrets. That was fantastic. Then we had the original Xbox, but my dad was naughty and got it chipped for us, and we had about 900 games. So I can't even tell you what my favourite game was from the Xbox original, because we had that many. But you know, my dad was always copying the newest games onto disc, and me and my brother would just try and work through them, which didn't always work. But at the same time as me saying that, I then got a PlayStation 3 when that came out,
intrusion has been detected.
and we that's when my brother went on to Xbox 360 though. I then, after Xbox original and PlayStation 2, me and my brother kind of went separate ways. My brother went Xbox 360 route, I went PlayStation 3 route. My favourite game to play, in fact I don't have one game that I love to play. I didn't buy, I was old enough at this point to understand that, you know, the games I liked. GTA is a personal highlight. I had never played a game like that before in my life. I had played the first ever Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation 1, but you know, I was too young and didn't understand. GTA Online for me was just a crucial point in gaming, and I do think Rockstar changed gaming for good with that. And then obviously PlayStation 4, and I've developed so many games over the past 4 years this year. At the end of the year it'll be 4 years. I've developed that many games, and a serious love for PlayStation 4 that I can't describe. Fact number 6 I think we're on now. I used to be, I mean this is completely irrelevant to me now, but I used to be in a dance school when I was younger, and then I went on in high school to do stage school, which was acting, singing and dancing, and it was an hour every weekday. So in primary school I was at a dance school on Saturdays for about 6 hours. And then I went to high school and switched from the dance school to a stage school which did all three. I also
ready to commence EW.
I won't go into this too much, but I also was a very talented footballer when I was young. But somebody, and I'm not going to mention any names because that's also not me, it's a long time ago and it doesn't need bringing up, but somebody who thought it would be funny to be a bit of a bully one day and get me in a headlock and take my legs from underneath me and broke my ankle, and my foot, and my foot never really got better after that. Still to this day, if I jump from a great distance, or if I was to climb a wall and jump down the other side, the pain in my foot is unbearable sometimes. And I was out of football that long. By the time it had healed, honestly, I didn't know what I was doing. I knew the rules still, and I kind of taken away the fun for me. There was no fun in football after that.
Activating disruptor.
Because a simple injury then could have done serious damage, so I stopped playing. But I did have potential as far as football goes. Fact number 7. Ooh. Fact number 7.
We're winning this.
Fact number 7, again a boring one, but it's just to help you get to know me. In 2014, unfortunately, me and my now wife, then girlfriend,
enemy UAV above,
were made homeless. The British government royally messed my mum's money up. My mum can't work due to long-term
Disruptor
illness,
ready.
and due to that, obviously, she has to have help financially, and is on benefits. Now, when I became of working age at 18, they stopped her money and said that I was old enough to pay her bills and her rent. But I didn't have a job, and I was still actually a student at college. I remained a student at college until I was 20. Which is when things went bad. I mean, they'd been going bad for some time. Me and my partner actually set up our own business, and we were bringing in fair money every month for a 17 and 18-year-old, but it weren't enough to pay everything, which the government expected me to do. So in the end, my mum went to the Citizens Advice and got some advice, and they basically said that my mum would have to kick me out. That was the only way forward, the only way that, you know, it would get me and my partner our own home where we could run our business, and, you know, my mum would be able to get back to her normal life. And so she, unfortunately, she was heartbroken, and it's one of the worst decisions she ever made, because the British government, as everyone will be aware of, it utter crap.
We're losing the fight.
But they, she said, well, you know, it's going to help you get a house, it's going to help me, so I'm going to have to ask you to move out. So we moved out and had somewhere to stay temporarily. We was surf surfing, and it was great. You know, we were staying with friends, having fun. Although that's not the point. We were having fun and staying with friends, and not enjoying the homeless experience because it's not an enjoyable one. But we were making the best of our situation. And then our friends let us down, all of them. There isn't a single friend at the time that was helpful. And they all basically turned around and said, look, we can't have you anymore. And at that point, we then became full-blown homeless. And I can tell you from experience, being homeless is not fun. But we were only homeless for 3 months, which is a lot less than a lot of people in this country, and we got our own home, and we could not be any happier. The first house we lived in was a mess, but we'd been homeless, so to us it was like a castle. It was brilliant. We had our own space, we had our own rules, we had our own bed again. It was fantastic, but looking back now, we don't live there anymore. It was, I hated that, really, I did.
Commencing icicle operation.
There was just nothing nice about that situation. That was a bit too personal. That was a bit more personal than I would have liked to have gone, so I won't be doing that again. But fact number 8. We'll just go with a couple of simple ones because this game will be over soon. Fact number 8. I have an older sister and I have a younger brother. My older sister is 28 and my younger brother is 19. My older sister is also pregnant, as is my wife, and they are both 2 weeks apart, so me and my wife will have our baby and then my sister is due 2 weeks later. That's gonna be fun within our family. And my younger brother is actually in college studying games design and games development. He is very talented as far as getting his ideas across as far as games go. You know, if you ever want advice on,
You make this look easy.
or if you ever want to tell a game company your feedback, or you want to add something to the game, that's the sort of thing my brother is fantastic with. But he's also doing the games design side of things, and he would like to go and work with a big company, which he has the full potential to do. But he's basically living the dream within our family as far as careers go. And lastly, I'm just a quick one. Lastly, I was going to go in the army at 17, but I failed my medical. I'm not going into that. I've already gone a bit too personal with these facts. I'm not doing it again. But I failed my medical based on certain things, and I got deferred from across the board from the armed forces. I was, however, told that because I had enrolled, I just didn't get to actually go and do it. I weren't fully enrolled, of course, because I didn't get the job, but I'd applied, I'd got through, I'd done my barb test, I'd done my physical. It was just my medical that failed. And I was told at the time, if World War III was to ever happen, if it was to ever break out, and they didn't have enough people signing up for the armed forces, that they would then go to people that had been deferred and that couldn't go in at the time. They would then rely on them to help, you know, the country. So one day, hopefully not, but one day, I could end up going in the Royal Navy, which is the one that I actually signed up for and applied to. I was going to be, I was basically, I can't remember the full name now. It was like a warfare seaman or something, and it was basically that, you know, you make sure that the turrets on the ship are constantly loaded and have ammo. It was a simple job. I would basically be checking turrets around the ship. I mean, the ships are huge, so it would probably take me a little while, but I would be checking the turrets on the ship to make sure they had full ammo, and then I would go about other duties and about my day. It is not a job I'd want to do anymore. Obviously, having a child already and a child on the way, I could not leave my family. I could not leave my wife or my children or my pussycat behind to go and sail the seven seas. But that was my dream. I also did, as a school leaver, I had a job and I went to college to do childcare on the side, thinking for some strange reason that I wanted to work with, I wanted to be a teacher. And it was only when I got a placement that I realised actually no, I didn't want to work with children. So I stopped that, and that is when I went and I got my, I signed up for A-level health and social care. I don't know what I wanted to do. I think I wanted to be a social worker or something like that. No, I would have liked to be a youth worker, actually. That would have been fun. But I wanted to be a social worker or a youth worker or something within that. It wasn't the healthcare side of it that I wanted to work in. It was the social care. And I passed my A-levels with flying colours. So did my wife. That is where I actually met my wife, at college. And we both got our A-levels. We also did, alongside, that was our like core subject, and then we could do a subject alongside our core subject. and the subject that we both ended up choosing was sociology, which also was psychology in there too. So I've got A levels in health and social, sociology, and psychology. And that is 10 really random facts about me. That was way longer than I expected it to take. And yeah, I am going to have to leave the stream on that note because I am so tired. But I've leveled up twice. I mean, that's a good thing in the time that I've had. And I will stream tomorrow, and we will officially, I know 2 streams in, and we have already started the Black Ops 4 series, but tomorrow we officially start powering away and getting on the road to Prestige. I absolutely cannot wait to start this stream tomorrow now. So I'm going to get some beauty sleep, I'm going to go shopping tomorrow, and then tomorrow evening I will be back and I will be streaming our road to Prestige. So if you are watching this, or if you watched my first video and then watched this, whichever one, I don't mind. If you enjoyed my videos and you want to encourage me or give me some confidence or help me along my journey, then subscribe, maybe even leave a comment, tell me what you think, if I could improve, what could I improve on, give me some feedback that will help me along my journey, and I will see you tomorrow in tomorrow night's stream. I hope you've had fun. I know I have. And if you're watching this and it's the middle of the night, then go to bed, because this is a ridiculous hour as it is. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Love to everyone. All the best. Take care of yourselves. Good night.